Okay, let's look at this video that I'm doing right here. There's a couple things on here. I did a couple videos prior to that today from a movie, and it wasn't for kids. It wasn't a cartoon for kids, believe me. It was Dante's Inferno. This is one scene where it's interesting because it looks like you're falling in a pit, but it really looks like the clouds looking from the ground up, or if you get what I mean. But what's interesting is the hand. Now, we've all seen this. They use it on the street. We know it's the W or the 3, right? And we also understand that that's the W, the seal, right? So when we look at this dude, this guy right here from Tool Time, Tim Taylor, see how he's got his fingers? And then we got the red and the blue and the black. If there's any doubt in your mind what those colors are referring to, you can put them away. Okay, but because they're all colors associated with that. Okay, so just, you know, nobody just sat down and drew this in a cartoon just for fun. You know, this is about a dude that descended into hell and it wasn't a good time for him. So, you know, it's something to think about. Okay, let me get rid of the picture of this guy. This picture here, if we look, this is in Iraq. This is supposed to be just an all, you know, war against terrorism. Well, we can clearly see the X right here, and that's exactly why that picture was taken, for no other reason. They had to always have to get that in the shot. Then down here we got old Patsy Ramsey. Isn't it interesting that they fade the house in or her into the shot with the pyramid? See, this is all I call it club stuff, but it's important because, you know, it all has to do with everything you're learning. You see it? You see? They fade that in because she's part of it. They're basically telling you that she was part of it by the pictures. They don't lie. They don't lie. We'll take that off because I don't like that red and blue combination. Now this is really what's really important about this video. You see this? When I went to get, I'll tell you a story. When I went to go get my concealed carry permit, that means I carry a gun on me. For those of you that aren't, you know, firearm savvy, you got to take a course in Illinois. It's bullshit, but you have to do it. And the guy was selling these shirts, and they were black and white, and it said, "Keep calm and carry on." Well, you know, I started talking about some stuff, making inferences towards Mason stuff, and you could tell the guy was nervous because he kept looking at his kid like, you know. And I wasn't being rude or mean or anything about it, but I know what this is because there is a work in progress. You see it? Keep calm and carry on. In other words, don't blow it now. We're too close. I guarantee you there's something. You know, McCleary says, well, you know, what could possibly happen? Well, you know, on a larger scale, nothing that hasn't already happened. But on a smaller scale, there's still some shit going on. And so, when we look at this, we see that this comes right out of England. Keep calm and carry on. So you got your red, your white, and your blue, right? So there's two instances of it. And then I was in the mall and I saw this. Keep calm and Merry Christmas. Well, we know what that is. That's Saturnalia, right? So what are the odds that you have these three things together? There's no coincidence because they're all the same thing. Whatever's getting ready to go down or wherever they're planning is in the process or it's in the final stages. And it may not even be anything that you ever see or hear of. But when I see a guy selling these shirts, and I know that guy was a Mason, and I don't give a fuck if he was, you know, David Duke from the Ku Klux Klan. I'm just telling you, I know he is. Because I'll tell you, they taught us that if you shoot somebody, never call the police, have somebody else do it, because those 911 operators are designed and taught to keep you on the line, and they record everything you say. So they don't want you to get on the line and say something that might get you put in jail. So basically, when the instructor was saying that, the guy sitting next to me said, yeah, just make sure to tell the guy that calls to tell the police that you're in the red and the blue. And I kind of like looked out the corner of my eye, and he goes, and tell him the guy in the black and yellow is the guilty one. Well, now see, black and yellow, what's that? Well, black and yellow, now you're getting into Nazi colors. See, there's still divisions within this whole thing. And I didn't say anything. I could have, but what would have been the point? But that's what that is. When you see that black and yellow, those are Nazi colors. The red and the blue are Masonic colors. So here we have all of this in the mall. We have this, you know, that's in England. That's where that comes out of. And here we have on the shirt from my concealed carry. And this was black and white. I don't know why it came out this color, but this is really black and white. Shitty camera, I guess. Anyway, so keep your peepers open. Because there's some shit going on. There's, you know, I mean, I do not have the intellect or the know-how like McCleary does, because he knows the whole philosophical side of this, and he can see things from a different vantage point that clearly that I can't see. And I ain't about to sit here because I'm not kissing the guy's ass, but you know, the way things that work in this world, the guy can run circles around me, and I respect that. So, you know, I give respect where respect is due. But then on the other hand, I see things that he can't see as well. So, which one's more important? You know, I'm not going to get into a debate about it. I can only see things from a certain vantage. So, that's why I, you know, appreciate the information that I get from him. And you're going to have to remember something. All of this shit here, see this here? See all of this? All of this is real. And I know that a lot of people think that, you know, we live in this world that, you know, it's fake and all that, but there's some reality here. And this is all part of the keeping you in this reality, is this stuff here. So, just some things to think about. You know, and I want to say thanks to the people that have backed me up on YouTube. I don't expect you to say thank you for anything. I'm not even really sure I helped you out. All I'm doing as a researcher is just showing you that there's codes on a level that, you know, most people aren't paying attention to. And so, you know, that's the best I can do. You know, I can't offer you salvation, and I can't tell you which way to turn. I can tell you what my personal beliefs are, and that's as far as I can go. So it's up to each one of you to sit down, you know, and figure that out for yourself. This isn't a joke, and I know that McCleary has stated numerous times that this reality is bullshit, and it is bullshit. But until I can actually snap my fingers and disappear like Bewitched, or, you know, have Scotty beam me up, I still have to live in this reality, and it's very difficult to extricate yourself. And I absolutely understand what he's saying. I do, and I'm sure that he understands that I understand that. You know, I just try and help people out. Man, I never even thought I'd get it. 20 years ago, if you would have told me this shit, I would have told you to go fuck yourself. You know? It's just that I knew I started out because I knew that Jesus was talking on a much higher level. So that's, you know, that's my point. I know I'm just rambling on, but, you know, I'm just trying to help. That's all I can say. I'm just trying to help. I know I come off as a hard ass and stuff, and I get pissed off. I mean, I do. I'm 50 years old. What the fuck? I'm going to get pissed off. But you know, people are like trees, man. You know, when you look at a tree and you cut it down and you see the rings, everybody's that same first ring. They really are. When you break them down to the lowest factor, they're the same ring they were when they were born. Because all of us are scared little bitches walking around down here trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. We build all of those rings around us, and those facades and those tough guys and those fucking, you know, those women that carry themselves around like a bunch of bitches and whores because we're all scared. We don't know what the fuck's going on. So, you know, it's hard to go back the other way, because then you got to peel all those layers off. So, you know, don't think that I'm trying to be a hard ass just because I'm a hard ass. I kind of had to get that way to survive in some instances. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people on this planet that had a hell of a lot worse than I did, and I had it bad. So I don't talk too much about that stuff, but anyway, just keep your eyes on this stuff here. And remember, no cartoon drew this in a movie about hell because he thought he was being funny. This isn't a joke. That's all I'm going to leave you with. This isn't a joke, so don't be fucking around.